as we jump into our briefing and move forwards, we're running a new framework at the minute. It's been heavily tested, but this will be the first time going live. So if you do notice any game-changing issues, i.e. unfair advantages or something out of the norm that we need to know about, please notify a member of staff so that we can get it addressed, get it fixed, and get it sorted. We love this event. We know you love this event, and we want it to be nice and fair and enjoyable for all. So keep working together. We'll keep this thing growing in the right direction. Hope you've all had a very good break. Oh, stop it. I hope you've all had a good little New Year's break, and yeah, welcome back.
I was home alone on New Year's celebration.
Alright, that's all I needed to see.
Well,
Alright, jumping up to the casting couch now. I'm going to quickly adjust my name. We have not a lot of Twitch URLs on the multi, though that doesn't matter right now because all of the commands seem to be busted right now because Twitch is having some issues right now. So Larry already brought it up. With Twitch bugging out, that usually means that commands are down. I can't update the title or the tags of the stream, and the bots. I mentioned the commands, excuse me. You might not see your own messages go by because Twitch is having some sort of DDoS issue right now. That can that's my best guess because, again, the requests that are going through to Twitch aren't being processed, which usually means a denial of service attack, either distributed or yada-yada. That's the difference between a DOS and a DDoS, is just add the word distributed to it. Either way, guys, it has been 2 weeks from Friday Night Fights. Last week they took the week off because it was Christmas and no one really wanted to play, which, you know, understandably makes sense. But otherwise, my name is Liru. I will be your commentator for this round, and I might play around in NA tonight. I'm still debating it because PvP, even though I hate it, can be quite addictive, and the stuff I was playing in OFCRA yesterday was interesting, to say the least. But hope you are all doing all right. Let's see, it looks like we are getting some of the bots to work now for the commands. Great. But otherwise, this is round 1 of the EU branch. Again, there are 2 branches of Friday Night Fights every week. And I'm going to be joined by Ghoster, aka Boston. How are you doing?
Oh, you know, doing just fine. First mission of 2021, so, you know, gotta be here.
Give me 1 second. Your mic's a little bit quiet. I'm gonna adjust your volume.
Weird. Normally it's pretty decent, but alright. Oh, this is a terminal hack.
I think that's the best I'm gonna be able to do. No, I'm not Zeusing. Alright, so to pretty much explain this operation, BLUFOR has to take on 3 OPFOR terminal sites. It is non-sequential, meaning any terminal can be hit at any specific time. Terminal should be a 90-second countdown. By default, sometimes it's set to 60. And in that countdown, OPFOR can then interact with the terminal to stop the countdown, but it does not reset it. And standard round is 50 minutes, so OPFOR has to defend for 50 minutes after save start, whereas BLUFOR has 50 minutes after save start to hack all 3 terminals. And the standard overtime procedure is if a last terminal's counting down after the 50 minutes are called, then they play it out. But the overtime can also be adjusted if there's still a lot of people going.
So, one of the coolest things I'm noticing about this one that Nemesis, the mission maker of this one, did was he put up the terminal screens and put custom images on them.
Yes, I can see that.
Sites. So, that's a nice little thing here, but as for everything else, it looks like it's pretty map standard. There's not really anything added, so defenders are going to have to set up their own bunker defenses if they want to get any kind of extra protection out of them. Again, like you said, pretty standard defense. One thing I want to know is, do BLUFOR get boats? Because it looks like
there was 3 RHIBs
today. Smile.
Yeah, but they're unarmed, it looks like.
Yep. Each one can carry about 8 persons, so enough for not half of their force, but a sizable force to go on that flank should they choose. But those boats are also really easy to destroy, so I'm not sure we're going to see them risk it today, because it's going to take too long to deploy them via boat. Honestly, it would be quicker just to have a chopper do 2 trips for the same exact amount of people.
I think the only reason they would take boats is that it's a little bit quieter, and if they put most of their force on the road or in a helicopter in, then that boat force can hit without having to experience much contact because everyone else would be orientated to fighting somewhere else.
Freya, thanks for the 4-month resub. Hope you're doing okay.
I would...
Hope you keep enjoying the ups, and I hope you get.
I'm going to call it right now. I think it's going to be a close match. Like, it's going to probably come down to overtime, and within the last 5 minutes is whether it will end or not.
Well, so the best ways I can put it here is, first off, the assets. We have multiple 50 cal Humvees that are slightly up armored, and then we have an armed truck with a 50. But otherwise, it's the the Blackhawk, which is unarmed, though, so there's not going to be any, you know, orbital harassment from the helicopter. It's just going to either fly people in or be a distraction. Players-wise for BLUFOR, I do see we have T5 Bay, who I often like to say is the second best player here, and I've already lost track of him. But
he was alive.
Yeah, he was here. Otherwise, I see some well-known names, Pads, Navy, Gorski, 2600, K over yonder. And I still have Guy Fieri, who was doing really well last time, Mountain, of course. So we've got, you know, a good mix of good players and veterans, as well as some names I honestly don't recognize. Looking at OPFOR here, OPFOR has a slight asset advantage with those BTR-80s because of that 14.5mm, but it is really easy to counter a BTR-80 with a 50 cal, so I can argue that both sides are even, but the slower APC being used on the defensive really nullifies the mobility advantage because, excuse me, the mobility issue of the BTR-80s because they honestly aren't good at maneuvering at all, per se. But name-wise... Yeah. We've got Scandi Recon
on OPFOR, so that could be used for more mobile purposes, along with 2 quad bikes. I already see one was taken.
Yep.
They'll probably give that to the X-ray squad.
So, go ahead.
We might want to go over that. So one of the new things that we've done for the framework update for, this is 2.0 of the FNF, is that now, instead of having marksmans attached at the platoon level, there is an entirely separate element at the company level called the X-ray squad, and it's got a spotter, marksman, medic, and team leader. And the requirement for it is that you have to fill at least 3 of the 4 slots for it to be usable. You cannot have a 2-man team there.
So there's only one marksman now per side.
One marksman per side.
Okay.
So that was something talked about in the CL meetings like months ago. But because of the impending update for this new year, they just never implemented it in the other version.
That's fair.
Other than that, most of the framework, it was very well cleaned up. I took a look at the files, and Martin did some really good work on it. We did playtest a couple missions on all of the game modes, and we didn't find anything per se wrong, which was a good thing. But otherwise, yeah, it's been
Boston AK
updated
Ghoster
to run a lot faster. Hopefully we'll be able to get more people in as well.
All right. I wonder, starting next week, they'll try to push the envelope. But if they want more people, I think Dingo will then tell me, because I'll start, you know, putting the advertising commands up again, and we'll get all that sorted on YouTube and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's still a bunch of people who are finding your videos, even now, going, oh, I wish I could join this, because I know I've heard of a couple groups being told, hey, sorry, we're not accepting anyone new.
Yeah, I do hope they change that.
Group.
But
it was an official group, like an official group within FNF that they play as. They can still come in as Centaur, but, you know, it's the first come, first serve.
Probably make a video on how to join all that one day, but we'll get there when we get there. I know they're just trying to get the framework all sorted before they try to bring more people in, so they don't have ops that turn into desyncy messes like what used to happen.
Yeah. One of the things I would like to point out, Risen is actually
thanks for
setting
giving
up
one shot us up
over at Terminal 2, so it looks like they're going to put a light defense, or this might be a facade defense over here. The fact that only he is over here at the moment. We're also seeing 4th IB guys digging trenches behind Terminal 1. They're not actually at the terminal, they're hiding behind it. Which I guess would be a good fallback line, but I'm not quite sure what they're going to be doing with that. Normally you would put it in front.
Usually with 3 AOs, or 3 different objectives to defend, you will often see the defending faction scuttle 1 in favor of defending 2, so they don't have to split their forces among 3. However, with this AO and the terminals being so close together, it is quite possible that they are going to try to establish secondary and even tertiary defensive lines to pull away if they need to after holding one. But you also have to understand that that terminal, which is site number 1, is the southernmost area. And OPFOR can't really go out and put defensive lines in front of it because it is just at the edge of their safe start zone, which means they can't leave it yet. So I can understand that they'd want to sacrifice that one. And then you also have Risen digging some bunker lines where he can, because Terminal Site 2 is also on the western edge of the safe start line, if not the southwestern edge, because of how the box is formed here. So they're definitely going to try a more direct defense of Terminal Site 2, but Terminal Site 1, I don't know what they're going to go for just yet.
I don't know if any of those guys are actual engineers. They might be, no, Walshes.
All 4 of the guys out right now, because you also have Holton at Terminal Site 3 looking around, so they're all trying to make some defensive lines right here, but what specifically is hard to tell. Risen's doing a more direct defense. Holton, we see some HESCO barriers up on certain angles. He might continue that. I think he's trying to select an asset right now. And then the other 2 engineers, I think, are just trying to build some... Nope, they just built a bunker overlooking Site 1. So I think OPFOR is actually going to go for a 3-play defense here.
Well, and I would like to see... there's a mission a while back.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Big open field with a little ridge top and a singular bunker up there that just turned into a kill house. It was like Rainy, 2 helicopter CH-47s. I would like to see something like that done again, where they put up a somewhat advantageous location for the defenders to all see and funnel into, and then quickly realize that that is a kill hill. Nav stop! Nav stop! Okay. He stopped right before the edge of the safe start over here at Terminal 1.
He's trying.
I will test the edge. But other than that, I'm seeing a small group that looks like TSB. No, that can't be TSB. We got Moxie leading them. They're going to be staying over here at Terminal 3. Looks like they're going to be setting up in the buildings. 1 BTR is just crewed. We've got another 4-man squad going over to Terminal 2. And then we've got, it looks like they're going to do a counterattack, because they have a mostly loaded gas and a mostly loaded truck with Scandi recon, so they're definitely going to be pushing out.
Yep, they are taking the armed gas too. That would be a smart call to try to catch BLUFOR out of position here. The one issue, though, is there are 3 potential routes from their MSR to go on. If I were them, I'd put the armed Vic first and just try to cut it off, but risking that much infantry means that they are going to try to set up somewhere to catch a BLUFOR convoy out of position here to attempt to ambush it, because they do have the MAT team gun as well. I believe it was Eander that had it. Yep, so if they can position Eander at a good spot to do some overwatch with that RPG-42, he has proven himself in the past as being very capable of taking out vehicles from incredibly long ranges, so we'll see how that goes.
I would probably put him as one of the best Rocketeers here in FNF.
I wouldn't just say here in FNF. Like, I have the bias of I've had him in TSB. He knows his shit, and he can hit stuff from incredibly long ranges. He's one of the best guys I've met for AT, so we'll see what they do.
The Terminal 2 group that's set up there is actually the X-Ray squad, so that's the marksman team. Looks like they'll probably be heading up to the top of the hill, or even behind the rocks to the southwest, overlooking that Terminal 2 location. Maybe getting eyes on, but as you're seeing, I'm seeing more and more vehicles loaded with a decent amount of people heading over to Terminal 1. So I wonder if so Basebeard is leading the OPFOR command, and he's going to be versus Twig King on BLUFOR. I wonder if he's going for like a counter op. So he's going to leave light defenses, and then he's going to push most of his guys out to try to find them before they get into the area.
It's risky, but if it pays off, he can catch a lot of BLUFOR guys out of position.
And over here at BLUFOR, everyone's
He's committing both the BTRs to that.
Looks like a pretty even distribution of people through all the VICs, which is a good thing. We've got 3 guys in the helicopter, no one on the boats, as you predicted. All 3
now,
turrets.
If those 2 BTRs weren't being used as offense, I would stick one south of Terminal 3 to Overwatch Terminal 1 with the distance of the little, what would you call this, a cove here?
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, I would stick one right where we have Paladin, Lazy Rug, Broch here, just to Overwatch Terminal 1 and watch that left flank. And the second one, I would probably shove in the barn next to Terminal 2, just on the edge of the perimeter here, so it can...
on the other side of the road?
And then to its south across the road is that little bunker that an engineer made. I would stick it in that barn building, open the door, and have it watch south, because that's another nice open kill zone for it.
I could fit that in there, though. That's a small doorway, and it's raised up pretty decently.
That's fair. Then I'd open both doorways, and I would dig a fortification on the northern side and just have it overwatch both the southern angle and the western angles there. But that second BTR, it's really hard to find a good overwatch spot in this AO for those BTRs, so I can understand why they're using it for a counteroffensive here. But with this strategy, especially since there's 3 MSRs, I would be willing to bet that OPFOR is going to probably send the main force down the easternmost MSR, and then the BTRs down to those other 2 routes. The one question I have, though, is what if BLUFOR tries to go along a western route? What is going to be sent to counter that? Because looking at how BLUFOR is lined up here, I think that's exactly what they're going to do with their entire force.
And one of the other things I would like to point out here is, I believe, I'm not quite sure, I believe the safe starts were marked for both teams, so they know where each other is starting. So I think that's probably why you're going to see a decent force, or not, head down the most eastern road, I was going to say, and head over to the spawn. But no, they're heading along the middle route.
So OPFOR, they're sending a truck and a BTR one way, the other BTR is going to go down the other. I think they're going to break the other BTR and the truck on the westernmost route, and they're going to have the other BTR cover the easternmost. So if they're able to properly predict BLUFOR's route here, that's really smart. But that Blackhawk, it is going along BLUFOR's route. I'm not sure if it's going to do a scouting of said route, or if it's going to try to fly wide and deploy the X-ray squad within the UH-61st. I think they're going to go for the latter option.
Yeah, that'd be the best option, is to get the boots in the helicopter on the ground, and then you can do reconnaissance. So that way you're not losing, 5, 6 people to a helicopter going down. It's only a 3 and an asset. Which, again, doesn't sound great, but, mitigation of asset loss.
The real concern here, though, is that OPFOR trying to do these wide counterattacks is going to be really difficult, because they don't really have that much mobility, and it looks like Scandia Recon has come down the road here, and they're going to try to set up an ambush right here. I don't know where that BTR is going to go, but they're trying to watch all of these routes here, but I don't think BLUFOR is going to put any units down there. I think they're going to go all eggs in one basket and hit Terminal 2, which is really great. X-Ray is going to have that convoy come in and most likely spot it for OPFOR, but at that point, there's going to need to be a lot of redeployment of the 2 BTRs and Scandi, but I could also see them then outflanking and hitting the BLUFOR group from the south. But this is all adamant on if BLUFOR continues to go to the west. If we see a group turn to the east or the north right here to go on the eastern routes, then those ambushes might be effective, but we'll have to see.
And I wonder how much the terrain actually played a part into some of these plans, because you have that top of that hill there. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name. Scandi Recon, I believe, is on the east side of it, and then you have the top of the hill there, right next to the road.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder how much terrain actually played a part in this plan. Like, are they going to try to use the mountainous region in the middle to hide their advance, and then from there work it out? Or was it just, let's pick a route that's not the fastest, but it'll still get us all there?
Yeah. I didn't even realize this map had this mountainous stuff in the middle. That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, the part where Scandi Recon is, if you
Laggy,
go to the northeast or northwest, there's a bunch of like rock valleys,
Canyons
with little roads going up them.
Yeah, these are little footpaths actually, not necessarily roads, but
Anything's a road if you try hard enough.
yeah, as long as you can fit. Yep, BLUFOR is committing everything to the east. That's going to completely nullify OPFOR's ambushes, but OPFOR could quickly reposition those forces and bring them along BLUFOR's southern flank. Now, one of the hidden blessings here is with the mobility issues of the BTR-80s and the truck that Scandi took, it's going to take them, I would say, double the time compared to using gases to get behind BLUFOR's group here, but that extra time is going to give BLUFOR time to deploy, and the trick would be for Scandi to catch them just as they're starting their deployment. The best
some issues with the BLUFOR convoy. I just about saw 2 different crashes, but luckily everyone saved themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like we still have a quad bike with
Still got
Mountain
something, he's really hugging
+1
himself.
in front, about to reach the X-ray group led by Dingo here. What they do?
UH-60 to the north is coming in for a landing with BLUFOR's X-ray group. That helicopter can be heard by OPFOR.
So BLUFOR is just mounting the armed Humvees early. They're stopping at a barn along the cliffside.
This is a good dismount area, to be honest. Has a lot of open area.
Truck
Go
is
ahead.
moving up. It's going to be spotted by the X-ray group probably right about now. Now it's going to dismount. Oh yeah, they know. They're looking in the right direction.
Yep, Marksman is looking right at that truck.
Now let's see how quickly the rest of these guys
I
react
changed the scope.
to that contact over there. And I'm already seeing Charlie 2 on OPFOR, the MAC team, start to move to the west. Looks so they're probably going to head up behind them.
No, they don't want to do this on foot, though, because it's going to triple the amount of time it's going to take them.
Yeah.
Because OPFOR does not have perfect information like we do.
And I'm already seeing Gulf 1, one of the BTRs, heading back to town, so they got that out pretty quickly. Still no shots fired. Mountain and Jonathan from Platoon HQ got out over to the west.
I think by the time Scandi gets here, though, these guys are going to deploy and just be too far in. Yeah.
So one of the weird things is that BLUFOR is sending a couple fully loaded or decently loaded trucks along the footpath, not going straight down this MSR. They're probably going to head over to where Mountain is, which is rather weird.
We might see a... No, we're seeing a pincer strategy deploy here. We might see half the group go for Terminal 1, the other half go for Terminal 2. Because BLUFOR definitely wants to avoid the southern kill zone of Terminal 2. And yep, 50 cal firing at X-ray. I just saw Kami get a lot of shots thrown through him. That tree was not protecting him from the 50. Marksman gets hit in the back of the head. OPFOR's Marksman down early on is not going to do him any favors. But if anything, this sighting of contact is only going to expedite BLUFOR's plans now that BLUFOR knows that they've been spotted by OPFOR.
Yep, and that first BTR is only about a minute away from contact. It's over at Terminal 2 at the moment. Well, guys at both on the Coast Cove, whatever you want to call that, and Terminal 1 are firing up at the helicopter.
Barb's commentating for NA. He's busy for EU.
What are you guys shooting at?
They're still suppressing that area. Because they don't have any magnified optics on that 50, so they're just doing their best to suppress because they still think there's units up there.
Yeah.
Which isn't a bad idea. It's good. You want to make sure that the targets are down. What they haven't realized yet, though, is that they have gotten OPFOR's marksman. Unless the guy that I saw pull his binos out was actually able to see the dead marksman and his rifle right there, but that's unlikely. Yeah, it's too much in the ferns are a little too tall here. But now you're having OPFOR returning fire on that position. And now BLUFOR are remounting these trucks, and I think they're changing their plan. And they're moving closer now that they know it's secured. So that's just going to put more distance between them and Scandi. Scandi is being led by Yanni here, at least he's the front man, but they need to maneuver very quickly. They could potentially catch some of Echo here out of position, which I believe are being kept in reserve. And I am seeing some veteran players in here. Pads, Nox, Legs, Olaf, Gorski. Knocking them out early would be a good advantage to give to OPFOR here.
It does look like Jonathan...
OPFOR's fucking panicked.
From Delta 1 and possibly even Gulf. But I know they've got a sizable force over there, you know, being in
OPFOR isn't their area suppressing. They're panicked right now. I don't know why they're doing this. I think it's because they heard the gunshots from that 50 and they're just returning fire and spraying widely. I guess I honestly don't know. I've never seen that done in FNF at that scale before.
Oh, and we got Gulf 1, one of the BTRs coming up behind the main group. It's going down a footpath, going too fast and hits a rock. Driven by...
It's smoking.
And
it's dead.
It'll be fine.
It's gonna cook off.
From a crash?
I can't believe it.
Oh.
I can't believe it. The Canyon killed a BTR.
Server gets the third kill.
So that explosion's gonna tip off Echo. Wait for it. Yep, they definitely heard that. I've had an op where a bridge like almost destroyed an LAV, or you know, the NATO Marshall Vanilla unit. But I've never had an op or seen, like, bared witness to a BTR getting destroyed because of gravity. That's... wow.
I mean, if you drop anything from a decent enough height, it will kill it, but...
Yeah, but...
That's one of the odder things I've definitely seen. At least they didn't go full space program. Anyway, you still have the Charlie 2 element.
I'm impressed.
Which is all of Scandi Recon moving over towards the Delta element and Foxtrot element, so they're going to be on their way. And they're going to be reinforced by the 4th IB guys from Alpha 2.
I'm genuinely impressed. I have no idea what to say.
The Alpha Command overlooking the first objective. Again, more people on the cove, shooting up at the helicopter, hoping to get that lucky headshot.
Yeah, helicopter's doing a good job maintaining a good height.
His king do it.
Fuck, I heard the Doppler effect on the chopper. I thought I actually got shot down for a second, but helicopters are always good for just drawing fire and eyes. And you've got the BLUFOR Delta group, excuse me, Echo group, firing at the crew of the BTR. So now BLUFOR is going to have to check the mountainsides here. That surprise element has been blown. And again, I mean, BLUFOR knew something exploded behind them to the southeast, so they were to expect something coming. I'm still shocked that a fucking Canyon broke a BTR. Like, I've seen a lot in Arma, but I'm still wrapping my head around that one.
Now, my question is, could they have stopped if the gunner or even commander was able to look back and see the smoke and repaired it in time before it kicked off?
I don't think so, because once that black smoke starts going up, you're screwed at that point.
Yeah, you're
also, Dingo and Joseph for X-Ray are about to run into BLUFOR's, a whole BLUFOR squad here, and they don't realize it, and they're not looking at the angle to be spotted by BLUFOR. So BLUFOR is going to get... Yep, they're going to get 2 free kills. BLUFOR is within sight lines.
No one has spotted them yet.
What the fuck?
360, boys, 360.
How do you not... STS, he looked in their way, he didn't. Oh my god. Meanwhile, Dingo and Joseph see the other half of the BLUFOR. You have Eriku walking right up to him. Well, they managed to drop him, but now they're gonna get shot. They're stuck in a pincer. Eriku was not gonna see them. I don't know why they like panicked and engaged, but if they knew BLUFOR was not paying attention, they honestly could have just had Eriku like pass by. Like, what was that?
'Tis was just the wind.
So again, to give them credit, when you're first person in this game, it is very easy to get tunnel visioned, but, you know, haha.
One of those things. Continue to look around, doesn't matter where
Yeah,
you're
you
going.
need to always look around, because otherwise you're going to get screwed over.
So I'm over here looking at the 2 armed Humvee Jeeps, and Owl is doing something demonic. Dude, just get in the car.
He is in it, it's just he's glitched out. This is a thing I see once in a while. This is how the server... Yeah, so he now bailed out to try to fix it. Now you have OPFOR firing out that helicopter. That is going to give BLUFOR, who is close by, good accurate readings on where OPFOR's position on. That position immediately getting engaged. BTR now firing up here, picking off the gunner. Actually, no, the gunner was able to get out in time, but they now need to, BLUFOR needs to get AT out to fire at that BTR because it is in the open right here. You got Nick now firing at the BTR, which is funny. But BTR is probably going to try to pull back as I say that it does so. You have Gorski in the back line being left to hug a side of a ridge here, waiting for OPFOR to come around. And now you've got Scandi, Recon, and 4IB guys trying to get on the flank of the Delta group assaulting. They could do some significant damage if they get there in a few moments. AT came out. Other BTR smoking.
They're firing.
Go ahead, sorry.
They're firing while Scandi is shooting, you know. I don't think the players are going to be...
It's going to drown out the noise, exactly. Noise pollution. Look how Gorski's right here waiting for these 3 guys, but...
Do it. Lead your group to victory.
Now you got the 3 crewmen guys trying to engage Echo's rear. Gorski was able to get some pot shots in. They weren't close enough for Gorski to hit him. But it looks like BLUFOR Delta has seen Scandi Recon coming in, Azariah going down. And Azariah getting double tapped. And we just had some random explosive trap. No, the helicopter was shot down.
No, not the helicopter. The most important asset.
Ah.
Man. Oh, you know who we haven't been paying attention to? The X-ray group from BLUFOR. They finally made it into the AO. Yep,
they were deployed and they've been able to sneak in a full 3-man team, getting really close to the objective site. They actually don't have a lot of resistance to get to the rear terminal because OPFOR sent so many units on this wide flank, but it is not paying off for them so far because BLUFOR spotted them early on. I would equate that to the crew of that BTR getting engaged and the BTR exploding in the first place.
Exactly, and I don't know if he's there for you. Is King still standing at their spawn, basically?
For who? Yep, he is still standing there.
So one of the other things we changed is that when you spawn in as like a standard unit, you get nothing on you. So no guns, no backpacks, nothing to give the advantage, because there is some issues with people stealing loot off of, you know, unloaded players.
Yeah, that's fair. Smart, too. So OPFOR, I mean, that crew's still trying to sneak around this canyon. BLUFOR, that is Pad's vehicle. They are an unarmed truck about to drive through these 4IB guys.
Oh, we still got Johnson in this BTR that's not quite cooking. It's pretty well damaged right next to Hudson.
Yep.
But I don't see any AT around or close by that could really take care of that.
I think he's playing dead in the gunner's seat there. Because his driver is definitely dead. But yeah, if he can bait BLUFOR to come up and get some free kills, I mean, that's a good sacrifice play on his regard.
He just switched into the commander seat, and he's using the commander optics.
Smart. But otherwise, BLUFOR, they are mounting up all their reserve troops from the south, and they are now fully committing to this attack. OPFOR's got a good pincer going. But otherwise, casualty-wise, it's, in my opinion, too early to tell, though importantly, Twig and Nestas are down for BLUFOR as the command element. All of OPFOR's X-Ray team are down, but their commanders are still okay. But I'm really curious to see if this X-Ray group is going to try to sneak into Terminal 3 and take that from right under OPFOR's nose. Because if they're able to get that...
Almost got run over.
Ooh. Meanwhile, armed OPFOR Gaz just got hit by a BLUFOR group, and now we're seeing a massacre right here.
Dismounted too early.
Yep, perfect grenade throw. Knocks out Kemp and injures Schmidt. BLUFOR has a KIA here. OPFOR dismounting and taking out a few people. Tables just quickly got turned on BLUFOR's group right there, but some really nasty damage done. Another really good grenade throw, literally right on top of Walsh's position. Doesn't kill him, though. Doesn't even knock him out, but his legs are definitely crippled. Boston, actually, I got a dev question for you. Do you think they're ever going to increase the explosive damage that is done in Friday Night Fights?
For what specifically? Like the grenades?
Yeah, for like grenades.
I know there've been talk of it, but I don't know how much it's been accepted. One of the big things is you have to pass it through the community leaders, and then it has to go through staff to get approved.
I think it's funny when I literally watch like a perfect grenade throw right on some guy's ass and it just cripples him and that's it. Like, that's not what it would do IRL, you know?
Just complain about it to the
Thank you for the $1, Platts. I appreciate it.
We want grenades to do more damage, and then they'll complain it back down. Because it's like, no, grenades do too much damage. How dare they? Nah, this
also love
big things. Is that the player, the community here decides, you know, what is overpowered and what's
JY, thanks for the 18-month resub. Hope you've enjoying the ops. Hope you got a kick out of this. Hope you're staying safe on COVID as well. I love how we have two BLUFOR guys taking cover behind this OPFOR BTR. Oh, as I say that, the guy that was not behind the BTR just got mowed the fuck down. And the surviving OPFOR guys by that Gaz are doing their best, but they're slowly getting encircled. They need to try to pull back before one of these BLUFOR guys wises up and tries to take them out.
And there's contact over at Terminal 3. The X-Ray group has finally got spotted by, it looks like, a Lolo.
Oh.
Smoke grenades going out on their location from Moxie and Reaper. No one quite down yet.
Yeah, they're going to pull back, though, because they're just a marksman team. They're not going to try anything risky. I've also noticed they changed the scopes on the marksman rifles. They're now much better than the MOS. Got a bigger magnification.
I believe it's an option. They can either choose an MOS or something else. I forget what the scope is called. No, marksman has two different scopes you can use.
Now the attack is starting to die down. BLUFOR we can see in two large groups and two small groups here, but honestly, I think BLUFOR has lost more manpower than OPFOR at this point.
Oh yeah, they've lost. I would probably put it somewhere in the 30 to 40% of their forces at the moment. There's a pretty sized chunk of BLUFOR
Jay's dead.
And I'm not seeing as much on OPFOR. Like, it's like they still have most of their force.
BLUFOR really needs to get out of the forest here and get into the suburban areas, because that is where OPFOR is weakest. But if BLUFOR doesn't move quick enough, the southwestern OPFOR force that is doing a lot of the flanking here is going to keep whittling away at the split BLUFOR force and eventually just be able to get this all cleaned up. But still can go either way. OPFOR's central force up here is down to 3 guys, but they've taken out a lot of BLUFOR guys themselves, so it's tough to say.
Yeah, Johansson still in that BTR, hasn't moved, hasn't fired or anything. He's got 2 guys right there, plus 2 armed Humvees sitting right in front of his gun.
Yep. Got the 4IB guys now trying to pick off the dudes behind the BTR. 249 Humvee is looking in that direction, trying to see what's going on. Turned in real quick, though, thinking he's taking some shots, and you got Muniz over here also firing at him. And he managed to actually pick one of the BLUFOR guys off. Some explosions on the rear here. I think that was a US truck that just went up, potentially the armed one. But BLUFOR's southern attack wave has definitely gotten whittled down. They are below 10 at this point because that OPFOR flanking force is finally making headway. What I really notice about these attacks, though, is it looks like the attacking faction clearly has a numbers advantage, but once it's time to attack, they slow down. BTR finally started opening up.
Yeah, that Vic is done for. Finally deciding to move. Everyone running away. Beautiful.
So he's doing his best. I think his glass is screwed because otherwise he should have been able to accurately hit pads and John here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he was lining up with that,
He's hitting the other
smokes the other VTR. Kills the gunner on it too, and he's suppressing it. So really good lawn play there by Johnson.
Yeah.
And there goes Johnson.
I wonder what that
He just got blown up by, was that a friendly? Yeah, that was Yanni. Yep, Yanni has a -1 kill under AT, and he just smoked his own BTR.
That's not what you want to be doing. I mean, it had been silent for such a long time, and then it suddenly lights up.
Yeah, but he should have looked at where the angle of the gun was pointing. Like, that was a panic moment from Scandi Recon right there. I don't get why they did that.
Alright, and I'm seeing a force fall back here, led by, it looks like Pierce and Paladin. So the forces on the Cove have all pulled back. They're heading over towards Terminal 3.
Yep.
Terminal 1 has been left abandoned.
But there's no BLUFOR over there, so OPFOR feels comfortable doing that. You also have BLUFOR Command now going up to Terminal 2. They're going to take it from the rear. That's going to strand a lot of the OPFOR guys on the west. And if BLUFOR is quick in following Bravo moving in to Terminal 3, they could push in. But OPFOR definitely has the numbers advantage right here. And BLUFOR is way too cluttered up. Yeah.
They've been spotted going into that building, so they know that they're in there, and it's only going to be a two-man team. And you're seeing Nemesis, Martin, and Muniz probably start looking over there, waiting for them to pop out of the building. Oh, and they head out the back. Alright,
So
Yanni and Muniz to see if they find Twig.
all they're going to do is just walk into the building and stop the hack. And then I don't see how BLUFOR is going to touch it again. Because you already have all BLUFOR repositioned to go hit Terminal 3.
Yep.
Unless Twig and Nestus here do some really good damage, I don't see it happening.
Yep,
There's the hack paused. So BLUFOR is now tipped off. Twig might be able to get some headshots here. Line it up on Yanni. Nestus goes down. Twig quickly doing attack reload, running into the building. Realizing that that is an open doorway, he's going to come out into Martin. And he goes down and lags out on the death. Twig should have just held there for a second and let units past him because they would have just run into that position instead. He would have been able to pick him off, get at least another more few kills, but they got pads running up.
He's able to get one or two.
Yep, he just picked off Martin and somebody else.
It looks like it could have been Yanni. Yeah, I'm not seeing Yanni over here anymore.
You got Blades now trying to pick off Naps from afar.
Is Johansson still alive in there?
He just, oh my god, what a Chad!
Yeah, that man.
What a Chad!
He just does not want to leave it, this baby.
He took one of the enemy's LR so he can listen in. If he's smart, he'll pick up an enemy gun too to confuse his audio PID. Well, the enemy's audio PID, excuse me. Now it's only Finn, Nafs, Muniz, and Dreams trying to cover Terminal 2. Pads bandaging up on 2 kills.
Finn taking shots up at Blade and Dardis. Dream coming up to support, but gets caught out by Pads.
Oof. Even though we got this fight, BLUFOR really needs to clean up Terminal 2 at this point. Send a small detachment to Terminal 1, and then they would have enough to slightly overpower Terminal 3. But doing a quick time check here, they have about 22 minutes left to get this all done, which is more than enough time.
So one of the weird things is I'm seeing Fred standing out in the water far east of everyone else. I think he's still waiting for those boats to roll in.
No, I think he's just trying to make sure there's no wide attack from the X-ray group going into this position, so he's just going to stay right there and radio in if there's anything coming around that flank. Honestly, not a bad call on OPFOR's part, even though, you know, we have the gift of seeing where all the units are, but, you know, it's a good security option because OPFOR, if you look at how their units are deployed, they're focusing on the Bravo force coming in. They don't want something to come in and hit them on the other side here.
And you just missed Johansson finally going down. Guy Fieri. But King was taken down in the process.
Guy usually plays as a medic, though, and he is a medic, so he's going to be able to bring King back up. But, yeah, Fieri really good at sending people to Flavor Town there.
Who do I look like? Barbarian? Jeez.
You got pads double tapping some OPFOR bodies here. Finn now camping the terminal room.
Yeah, the only one in the terminal area. So everyone else is either dead, with the exception of Muniz and Navs, who are still guarding it.
Muniz, though, it looks like he might try to pull back here.
Oh,
Nafs and Finn are gonna hold it. Nafs getting the kill there. Well, not the kill, he knocked out Dust there. You got X-Ray again trying to poke in and harass OPFOR.
Man,
I don't know. It's so.
It looked like BLUFOR was going to win, and then it looked like OPFOR was going to win, and now I would say it's probably back to BLUFOR.
No, because BLUFOR has way too many units out of position here. We got Charlie 2 in the back. They're going to be sent up as basically Nafs tries to clean house here. Pads might have just seen... Oh, God. Flux saw Nafs. And now Nafs is going to probably get caught out of position by Pads, but Pads is taken out by Muniz. There's a BLUFOR guy up there. I don't know where he went. There was a BLUFOR guy directly overwatching... where Muniz was. I don't know where he pulled away, though.
I know Money was over here.
I think he went down.
Money.
Muniz is on 8 kills, by the way, and I think he just got his 9th. Yeah, that's amazing.
I mean, it really shows, you know, what one guy can do when, you know, he's left to his own
Deadwalker, thanks for the 38-month resub.
Opposing force.
Keep enjoying the ops. Hope we get a kick out of this.
So far, they're being held off from Terminal 2 by 2 guys.
Explosive trap going on in the middle of BLUFOR's line. I don't know if it was effective or not. Oh my gosh, it killed somebody.
Looking, yeah, he was standing right on top of it.
I don't know if that was like a trade-off there, but I mean, it's next to a body, I'll call it. Like, I think that was, who would have deaded that? That would have been Risen Kill. So he's the only explosive guy left over. Time-wise, under 20 minutes.
And Glem on the south...
Then you just shut that door.
Yeah, the southwest side. 2-man team. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably put it in OPFOR's court at this point. They are able to hold off Terminal 2 after all its force. No one has been sent over to Terminal 1, which BLUFOR is going to have to be cautious about. And I don't think they're going to be able to penetrate Terminal 3 by the time by a 10-minute timer. 10 minutes left.
I just saw a BLUFOR guy get mowed down on the rooftop. I wholeheartedly agree with you here. BLUFOR just fractured their units too much, and I mean, Nafs and Muniz are playing mind games with BLUFOR here. Nafs just got his 6th kill.
Ooh, but a good grenade goes right behind him.
It went a little too far, and Muniz was able to pick off Fieri. I mean, that's the tag team here.
That's it.
Literally, there's about to be 16 kills between these two, because Muniz is going to come up and double tap Fieri for his 10th kill, and Naf's on 6. I mean, that's literally worth 3 fire teams, and a fire team here is like, what, 6, 7, 8 people? No, 6 people. Yeah.
I mean, that is a good chunk of force, you know, all lost to 2 people, and that's not even including the other OPFOR units that died in this area, you know, defending it. So, Terminal 2, maybe it wasn't the best attack plan, but OPFOR defended it very well.
I don't see how BLUFOR is going to pick this up. OPFOR just has too many guys on the field here. Timing-wise, we're going to approach the 15-minute mark soon, and they'd still have to run a guy over to Terminal 1, and OPFOR can quickly, if they lose Terminal 3, you can just redeploy to Terminal 1.
And they've got guys on roofs, guys in buildings. They're very spread out here at this 3rd terminal, so even if one guy gets close, he's going to be picked off from some angle, you know, not being able to make it in any way, shape, or form. I mean, we saw earlier, there was a whole force of probably, what, 10 to 15 players waiting to take Terminal 3, and now it's only down to 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people. Navs and Muniz bandaging each other up.
I could see them getting flanked by this Charlie 2 team coming, but geez, when
that's gonna be one of the big things. Is let's see what this Charlie 2 team does. I mean, it's not gonna make much of a difference in the long run, but we never know.
They do have Grav with them, though. Grav I've seen pull a few good plays here and there. They do have Swola and Glenn also coming on the other flank. Finn, though, he is one of the machine gunners with the scoped PKP, and he is watching an open doorway. He may not be on any kills yet, but, I mean, this could easily net him a few.
Ooh.
And there's the 15-minute warning.
Glenn is finally up there with Swola.
Yep.
They're going on the wrong side because that's a locked door. They won't be able to get into the building that way. So now they're going to have to make their way in.
Oh, Muniz getting shot in the rear here and taken out by the Charlie 2 team. Naf's also getting taken out. And there's the hack reset. Finn taking out Swola and Glenn.
And
hack has been stopped.
Again.
Oh, Swola's still alive.
I thought they must have went around the building. No,
I think he went to the 2nd story.
Yeah, Finn goes down.
Gosh darn grenade throws. Naps woke back up.
Gets back up, yeah.
And he got a kill. He's getting shot by Stenley, though. Also getting shot by Grav, and he goes down. Blade killing Swola. Okay, cool. Awesome.
You never worry about it. Finn is still down. No one's checked on him, though.
Blade doesn't know to check on him, though, because he wasn't contesting with him, and he wasn't looking as Finn's body just twitched. Finn could wake back up in the next few moments, but it's unlikely.
And even if he does, it's going to take a second for him to get over that terminal. I think Blade is upstairs, so... Yeah, Blade's watching that doorway. So that's Terminal 2 taken.
Got
the
Pierce.
first of 3.
Mm-hmm. You got Pierce coming in on, trying to close the gap on BLUFOR here. Yano just gets picked off by Paladin. Nope, that would have been Ryan on the rooftop. Hack is complete. Finn just bled out. Or he was, no, he was double tapped by Blade, who opted to take his gun.
I want your gun, but you're still alive. You won't be. So, let's see. BLUFOR has 4 players up right now, 2 incapacitated, while OPFOR has more than 1 handful.
So I do like we do have Lusode going over to Terminal 1. He's going to be able to get the cap on that, but We need to see an Audrey Hotto level issue here. We have to believe in Harry Ord. He is doing some battlefield looting. He does have a 249. That is the best gun he can get right now for this CQB style fighting, but he's got a lot to contend with, and we have Blade over here. Wait, do we have two guys named Blade? Yes, we do. We have Tau Blade, and we have Regular Blade, but Regular Blade is leaving the AO. I think he's running back to get a vehicle, perhaps.
Yeah, there was a Humvee
over there.
Hill with engine still running.
Now you got Tau Blade with 3 OPFOR guys going right on top of him. Tau Blade misses his opening barrage here, and he's going to get mowed down. Yep. Panic fire there. He should have used that to get a little closer, try to hide, and then hit him in the rear.
Oh, Harry is able to get right on the terminal. He snuck in. No one was looking.
He's going to shut that door and watch the other doorway here. Explosive trap goes off. Harry is okay, though.
That was placed on the
terminal itself.
Yeah, the terminal.
Oh, and he doesn't notice the door open behind him, and Reapers... Oh! And Reapers delivers a Hillary Clinton. Oh, if only he heard that door.
Oh, Risen almost shooting his teammate. Couple almost team kills here. As everyone runs in. Busod over at Terminal 1. He's about to take it. Clearing the building first.
What a shame. I think he panicked and thought that box was a satchel or something, but he's going to quickly touch that. I don't see any explosive traps around here. I do commend the explosive trap on Terminal 3, though. That was a really good play to force the other guy to pull into the other room. But Fred just got with another guy. I think they're going to go over to Terminal 1 and try to stop that. Meanwhile, Charlie 2 and the Humvee for BLUFOR are actually going to go over and join as well. Unless Fred does a dismount right next to the open doorway of the terminal, I don't think he's going to be able to cap it back. But Luso's going to hear that truck coming. I stand corrected. He's actually got 45 seconds to work with here. Fred and Bassbeard. Fred hailing from FK. Bassbeard, I don't know where he hails from. I honestly forget, but both are really good players. Bassbeard already spotting Lusod and exchanging shots with him. Grenade getting thrown by Lusod, but it's a miss. Lusod forced to pull back, get hit by his own grenade there. OPFOR needs to run up and touch that terminal. There goes Fred. And that grenade knocked Bassbeard out. Another grenade getting thrown. Lusod needs to... Oh, he's going to be head first in that grenade, and that knocks him out. Now you got Blade and Stenley running in, though. Bassbeard waking back up. He's going to get spotted, though, and Stenley's going to Hillary Clinton Bassbeard there. Woo. Fred running around. He's going to catch Blade out of position. Knocks him out.
Yep. Now he's going to go in through the side doorway. He has to watch out for Stenley.
Yep. Oh, might hear his footsteps.
Around the building.
Yep, double tap on Fred. That position, though. Fred caught in a mag reload, realizing it, trying to evade gunshots from Stenley, but Sten now caught in a reload. Luso coming down, re-initiating the hack here, pulls away just as Fred's running up. And Luso gets the kill, but is traded. Now we've got 2 guys remaining. Luso is probably going to get GBU'd.
Yep. If Stenley thinks about it, he needs to take that guy and get him out of there.
He's not going to have enough time.
Nope. And you still have Grav on the outside watching it. Oh, and there it goes.
Lusod actually still alive, could be saved, but a lot of blood on the ground. What needs to happen now is Grav and Stenley need to pair up and figure out how they are going to get a minute run down on Terminal 3's clock with only 7 minutes, 45 seconds remaining. And they have to fight through... Go ahead.
Looks like, I'm just looking at their roles here. It looks like Stenley is probably an, oh, he's a team lead.
2 to 11.
And
that
then
guy's AFK.
I'm looking for Grav. I'm not quite seeing him yet.
Grav is a little to the southwest here on top of a hill.
I just meant in the playlist on the side.
Gotcha.
Grav. He is an engineer. Do we have an engineer?
Certainly should grab that PKP.
Yes.
That would be a good gun to have.
Of course, I can't find them again.
None of them are medics, though, so there's not going to be much they can do for Lusode. And in all honesty, I don't really have the time to do it.
Yeah, with 7-ish minutes remaining.
They have a truck, though. They can easily use that for transport. They also have the Humvee. They have a quad bike, too. I would take the Humvee. I wouldn't go there directly, though. I'd burn an extra minute to get back in the, you know, the suburban areas that BLUFOR Bravo came in from. But any other route would just take too long or be too direct, in my opinion. They are going to try to get Lusode up. So that's where they want to put their extra time, but I don't know.
I mean, I would like to see them take the, maybe the transport. Oh, no, that's a little bit armored than the, Humvee. Drive it right up to the objective, do a quick dismount, and hit that terminal again. That's what I'm hoping for.
So if they can get Lusode up, that's going to be 3 to 11. But all three of them are going to have to do incredibly well. I mean, we already saw Muniz and Nafs get 16 kills between them, so it would be possible, but...
I'm seeing someone, Puzzle. I don't even know how you say that name. He's taking a transport truck.
Yeah, Boozley, I think, is bringing it back. OPFOR has no reason to fan out right now, though. They just have to keep their defensive perimeter going. And honestly, at this point, they also need 1 or 2 people in the terminal building itself, because they cannot afford someone to sneak in like that again and whittle down the clock.
Yeah, I think it was at, what, a minute or even 45 seconds left?
Yep, minute to 45. They bandaged up Lusode as best they could. Honestly, they should pick him up and bring him with them at this point and just load him in the truck. But
if he gets up, you know, that could be an extra man that pops out of the truck at a later point in time.
Yep, but it's unlikely with just how much blood is under him. I doubt he'll wake up, but it's possible. But BLUFOR needs to make a play now because they have less than 5 minutes, and they are going to at least take another minute to maneuver in. But 4 minutes to push in is going to just be too rushed. We could potentially see an overtime call get pushed here for BLUFOR, but I would not be banking on that.
Objective building.
Yep.
Which, I mean, it's pretty well defended. You've got people across the street. I think they learned from the last mistake. They've got Moxie watching that back door there to make sure no one gets in, and it looks like Poolsy is actually going over to the first terminal.
No, he's going to Terminal 2. Terminal 2, it's a nice time of year to go down there. I have no idea why. Oh, no, he banks north. Okay, no, he's doing a perimeter sweep right now. Yep.
They're looking for the last 2 guys that can be a real pain in their side.
See, at this point, if he's fully bandaged up, they should have mounted him in a vehicle. The guy driving should have focused on driving. The guy still alive should have focused on CPR and Lusode, because right now, they're just burning the clock.
Yeah, with 3.5 minutes left. Also, I don't know if it's just your stream, but the time remaining is cut off on your side.
Oh, it's on my monitor, too. It's been like that for a few months now. I don't know why.
Huh.
I just opened the map screen, and I know.
Fair enough. No, I'm not watching your stream. What do you want? I'm not stream sniping.
Oh my gosh, that's stream sniping, Boston.
Aw, man, I'm gonna get banned, and it's gonna be so great.
Hashtag banned. Alright, well. BLUFOR now only has 3 minutes. There's no way. I'm calling it.
Yeah.
Not even a chance of overtime at this point, because they're spending way too long trying to get Lusode up. I really don't get why. Like, if you really wanted to try to get him up, you should have just brought him in a fucking truck with you, you know?
Oh, and there
he just died, yep.
Finally bled out.
He didn't bleed out. They were trying to do CPR on him, and Eventually, when your heart's not working, you'll just die. All right, 2.5 minutes remaining. It's gonna, half that time's gonna be spent driving in. At this point, they just have to thunder run inside the terminal site and get gunned down by OPFOR, so let's see it. Ah, yes, Stenley's battle brother here opting to sit in the shotgun seat to also take lead. Now they open their maps, they are planning it out. And now we will see Stenley and Grab's final run.
Alright, well,
I wish them luck.
I'll take Grab's first person, if you want to take Stenley's.
Sure.
Driving up slowly.
Picking up speed.
Yep.
There's the transport truck. And now they're immediately under fire from a machine gun. They hit a rock.
They're hiding behind a building.
Banking left.
Right at the transport truck this time. Oh.
AT going over their truck. Or their Humvee, excuse me.
Come on, man. Pick a spot and dismount. Oh, that building that they were at is getting hellfire. They didn't even notice. There goes the horn. Gonna honk to make sure everyone knows where they are.
They're driving away. 1 minute remaining. Doing a banking right turn. He's looking at Grav. 1 minute remains.
Come on, you need to take a right. Take a right here.
Nope, they're still going left.
No.
Oh, there's the right turn.
Okay, they're gonna cut across. Behind the building over here. Come on, drive it. Drive it directly in. They're probably gonna be
slowing down at the top of this hill.
Oh, no, there wasn't a guy there.
And they're dismounting. With 25 seconds remaining. Stenley looking to the left. Grav is going ahead of him.
Yep, I think they're going to be able to get in from this angle. Come on, but Moxie's going to be the one to watch here.
10 seconds.
Oh, there goes a grenade.
I think we're going to see an overtime play get called. Yep, so there it is officially.
Grab's still running in. Daniel, OPFOR finally firing up in the air.
OPFOR celebrating.
And there goes Grab.
There goes Grab, yep. And here comes Lolo, reloading. And there goes Stenley, and that's GG. That's why you don't take so fucking long.